Bollywood has made weddings go so big. Yash Chopra symbolized Bollywood. Bollywood, I think, is the biggest export.
Yes.
So why would you spend so much money?
Theatre Guide welcomes creative powerhouse Bharat Dabholkar on the show.
Thank you.
And he's writer, director, actor, on just about to relaunch in a reloaded format, Blame It on Bollywood. So looking forward to it. The show that ran all over the world to full houses. And now you got this idea nearly a decade ago, long before the famous millennial wedding happened in India, as it's still going on.
No, that is,
What?
the wedding got inspired by the show. See, they hadn't planned it like that. But when they saw the show, then they realized that they could do a bigger wedding than what they had planned. And because they had more money than we had, they could do it bigger.
Right. Where did you find the story, the germ for your story? How was it that you...
What the play says
Because
from the beginning.
as a Maharashtrian, I know that how simple our weddings are.
Yes.
So
In fact, that's the in our
Wedding
title, in
ceremonies
our title
are-
song we say that the whole thing was that every community had very simple weddings. We had a one-day wedding, morning wedding, evening reception. Malayalis had a 20-second wedding.
Hi.
Bengalis had a kind of. So the whole idea was when Bollywood happened, and people started seeing this. Bollywood means, I think it's more than Bollywood, the Punjabi-ness of Bollywood. That we suddenly started having this Sangeet and cocktails. We didn't have all of that. A 5-day wedding or 6-day wedding was never heard of.
unheard.
But this, I think, was influenced by Bollywood. And now every community wants same kind of wedding. So my germ of a thought was, Bollywood has made weddings go so big, where now people are spending beyond their means. And when we started the play, I realized that we hadn't even covered the new trends in weddings. We found out as we were going along that now couples take photographers on their honeymoon
Yeah, they do.
so that they can get a better shot of the location. Then I heard that in Delhi there are photographers who shoot the wedding night.
My goodness, that's good.
And unfortunately, because of censorship, we can't add that in our play, but I would have loved to have done that in the play. But so the point is, it's going a bit haywire in terms of how big it is becoming. So the thought was, let's do a play about how weddings get bigger. And such an interesting thing in that would be to add in a different community angle. So we had Ananth Mahadevan playing a Punjabi father, Jayati Bhatia playing a Bengali mother. Then we had a Muslim family. And the quintessential reaction when you say Muslims, you feel they're very old-fashioned. And we've shown that the Muslim family is more fun, they're richer, more fun. I think that breaks the stereotype of what we have.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you that Hindu-Muslim romance should be a dramedy. How do you manage to turn it into a comedy?
So we did a thing of when the moment the girl comes and says, I'm marrying a Muslim, the reaction of the family is they must be all terrorists. And then we have a scene which shows them as terrorists. And then in the second act, when we start the thing and when they go to their house, we realize that they're a wonderful family.
Yeah.
They're more fun-loving, and they're a greater family than the Hindu family. So I think that sort of breaks the stereotype of things.
Right. Last time you blamed only Yash Raj. Now you've gone the whole hog and blamed whole of Bollywood. Why so?
No, frankly, even last time, it was blaming it on Bollywood. In my mind, Yash Chopra symbolized Bollywood because he's the guy who made romance look bigger. He made weddings look bigger. So the bigness of Bollywood was Yash Chopra. So when I said blame it on Yash Raj, I still meant Bollywood. But now we've called it Bollywood. But in fact, when we took the show abroad to different countries, we felt that Yash Raj may not be as understood by those guys. as
Relatable
Bollywood.
now.
So Bollywood is
Yeah, Bollywood
a
is very
phrase that
catchy.
everybody knows. So we said, let's call it Blame It on Bollywood. Then we said, then why change it at different places? Why keep it a different name when we go outside? So this time we said, when you're relaunching it, a revised, upgraded version, let's call it Blame It on Bollywood.
Right. The scale of weddings has gone through the roof, as we know. Has that impacted your narrative now in the reloaded version, and how?
Yeah, we have, I think, bigger dances. We have better LED screens, and we tried to make it bigger than the original show was, in terms of dancing, in terms of props and things like this. So whatever we could do in terms of theatre. See, theatre is not film, so we can't really add lots of more stuff. It's just still one stage. It's still two houses. So whatever we could do within those limitations, we've tried to do. And we had great actors when we began, and now we've added new people who are doing equally good job, and I think they're adding a certain freshness to the whole thing. We've done it for 10 years, so we could be woken up from our sleep and we'll do the dialogues. But the young girl and boy who now come in, Sid and Benapsha, for them it's a new thing. So that new energy, I think even we get it when we are rehearsing.
That's nice. Now, everything has to be an immersive experience. So, in terms of immersive experience, what can we expect as Bollywood fans and theatre fans? Are you going to give us jalebi, gajra, chudis, or what?
No, in fact, we did do that. When we launched the play and when we did the show in Singapore, we actually created a wedding scene. So we had decoration, we had a girl standing with the rose water thing and sprinkling on the guests. And the Singapore show, even the audience came dressed for a wedding.
Wow.
So we told them, we requested them that this is a wedding thing, and they all came dressed in their sherwanis
I think
and
you should.
gararas
That would
and
be
things like
something.
that. So then we had actually a wedding happening in Singapore, Hong Kong, these places. But this, anyway, the whole play is about the reflection of what happened in your own house. So when there's a wedding planned in a house, what a family goes through when they're making the wedding, the list of invitees, who to invite, who to cut, what do you do for food. Now there's a famous thing of destinations. So where do you go? You can't just do it in a hall anymore. You have to go to earlier maybe Goa, and now you have to go abroad. So everything that goes in a family, we've tried to cover here. So when we started the play, our thing was, you will see your own family wedding in this play. It's a reflection of what you go through when you're having a wedding in the family.
Right. How helpful have the technological advances been to you this time, especially AI and the social media?
No, AI, nothing. For stage, frankly, it is the actors on stage who do this. I think technology is just a little garnishing on top. That doesn't really help. I mean, you could do this play on a black background, and it will still work as well. Because it's the words, it's the acting that makes a play happen. I mean, you could have the most brilliant technology and a mediocre play or a mediocre actors, and it wouldn't work. And AI hasn't really reached theatre, because if it had reached the theatre, I wouldn't have these actors. I would really do AI and
like the hologram you was talking about.
Do a better show. We have better looking, besides me, there are not very many good looking actors in this, so we could have used AI for that.
Right. A very interesting thing that your cast has repeatedly been saying about you is the atmosphere that you create. Please elaborate on the rehearsal, in the rehearsal hall. What kind of atmosphere do you work with?
You know, one is we do rehearsals not to rehearse the play, we do rehearsals to eat. So the first thing when we walk in is, what are we going to eat? That's the main thing. Then everybody tells jokes, and then if we have some time left, or if the producer walks in, and then we have to suddenly start rehearsing the lines, so we don't feel he's wasting his money.
Sounds like a 10th
That's the only
class.
time. But I firmly believe, this is my 33rd play that I've written and directed. And I firmly believe whether it's a comedy or a serious play, like we've done Nathuram with Ananth Mahadevan. Ananth Mahadevan, in that play, here he plays a comedy character. In Nathuram, he plays Mahatma Gandhi. And in 7 minutes, he changes into Mahatma Gandhi's son and plays a different guy. Now, even when you're doing a serious play, That does not mean that we come there with long faces and do a serious thing. We can have fun. And I
Right.
believe that if you are laughing and having fun, what finally comes out is a much better product because we are enjoying, we are making friends and having a great time. And I think that finally reflects on the stage. I think audience can sense that these guys are, there's no one trying to pull each other down. There's no one trying to do a one-upmanship. They're all having fun. They're all friends.
Yes.
That's what I think works.
Happiness is infective.
Always, yeah.
Yes. Uh, Tell me also about the music and sets and choreography. How evolved is it this time?
Yeah, what we did initially in the play, we had Louis Banks has done music for most of my plays, from the title song to all the songs. And in the original play, we had satires, we had takeoffs on popular Bollywood numbers. So I would write new words on the same tunes,
Oh,
and we re-recorded that all over again. So the difference
kind of
between
parodies.
the parodies of popular songs is what we had done in that play.
Right.
What we did this time different was instead of doing parodies of different songs, we've taken all songs from Yash Raj films, not done a parody. So they're going to be songs as they were in the films. So that's going to be a different kind of an experience from the earlier one. So the entire play is funny. In the end, we used to have funny songs. This time we don't have funny songs. We have popular songs, all from Yash Raj stable.
Oh.
And that's one difference. Plus, we are adding more in the choreography. We are adding more color and we are adding more props to make it different. Because see, what's happened is the difference between when we did this 10, 11 years ago to now is that now there is OTT.
Yes.
So people are getting free entertainment at home. So unless theatre gives them something that is different, exciting, why would they spend so much money and come out? I mean, English theatre, the rates would be 3,000 rupees a ticket. For 300 rupees, you could go and see a Salman Khan film.
Yes.
So why would you spend so much money unless you're getting some different experience on stage? And I think that's what all theatre should aim for. You want just human interaction, you're getting it on television, soap operas. You want action, you're getting it on OTT formats or even films. So unless theatre gives you something different, why would you come out?
True.
So I've met a lot of people who come and say that for us now theatre has become a family or a friend's evening out. So we come for a play and we go out for dinner. So it becomes a happy evening out. So unless you give them something that adds to that happiness, why would they come to see a play? So that's one thing we have to keep in
So
mind.
I'm buying a ticket to happiness when I'm
Yeah.
coming to your play.
Yeah.
Right. One thing you would like to share with the audience before seeing the play, what would it be?
That please come and see the play because if you don't come in large numbers, we don't get paid for that show. So please come as many of you as possible.
All the Bharatis you.
I get paid, but other actors get half their money and things. So we have a scale. If you get a full house, which we have been getting for the last 12 years, then everybody gets full. If you get 80% house, then I get full, they get 80% of their pay package. So for them, please come in large numbers.
So what's the plan this time? The world? The world is ready for Bollywood?
The world is, in fact, Bollywood, I think, is the biggest export that India has to the world. Whichever country we go to, Bollywood is one thing that sort of binds it all together. The trouble with Bollywood has been that there is one kind of Bollywood that is just commercial, and there is one kind of Bollywood that what Ananth Mahadevan kind of guys make.
Yeah.
That they do meaningful films. And I've been a part of one or two of his films, and I find that what he does is showing India as India is. And I firmly believe that when even they talk about the Oscar nominations and things, they should take films which depict India in more details than just doing a fancy film. So the kinds of films which talk about the problems of India or the real picture of India, those kinds of films should go to the world. But they need to see India as it really is, not just the fluffy version that you see, song and dance and action of Bollywood.
Right.
But plays, it works because the NRIs who are there, and even foreigners. When we did this play, we did with the first Indian play that was performed in Monte Cassino in South Africa, biggest theatre in South Africa.
Oh.
There had never been an English play from India done there. They only got Broadway or West End plays. And we did a
And they're
unique,
all equipped for that kind of
they're all equipped
paraphernalia.
for that kind of a thing. And we did a unique experiment that time, is that we went ahead, auditioned South African dancers,
Oh.
girls and boys. We selected 20 of them, got their measurements, stitched Indian clothes for them, and went back and did 10 shows with Indian actors and South African dancers. But those kinds of things work very well.
Yes.
And
they
maybe
do
as we
indeed.
go along, when we do this show also in different countries, we would like to try that experiment. It works beautifully. Your own
Right.
kind of thing. Like we had the blacks and the whites and the Germans and the British, South African dancers dancing to Bollywood tunes and Indian actors. And it worked extremely well. A play like this can adapt to that.
Sure. What are the creative challenges that you have set for yourself in 2025?
No, I don't think so much ahead. I just think
That's
that
not very far away. It's just 10
so
days away.
We have 28th and 29th, we have 2 shows. I only think of that.
Yes.
Then we'll think of the next show.
Correct.
And then on the 5th, we have Nathuram. So we have to have a complete
Oh.
mindset change for that. Not for me so much, but for people like Ananth Mahadevan,
Ananth.
there's a complete changeover of character. So we live for the day.
Do share your fitness as a person, as an actor. What kind of fitness mantra do you have? These are the days when everybody looks up to you. They see you as a fit person. So
I don't use your mind, just work out. Don't think too much. Simple living and no thinking. That's the fitness mantra. Don't think too much. People think too much. People
Yes.
worry too much about things, and life is not so difficult, frankly.
Overthinking.
Yeah, they overthink. That I had a poster in my office which says, "A happy man is not happy because everything goes right for him. A happy man is happy because he only thinks of the things that go right for him." So in a day, if 10 things are happening, if 8 things go wrong, there are 2 things that go right. So just look at those 2 things and you're fine. So that's not a fitness mantra. Fitness mantra is just go to a gym and work out. It's like when people worry now about, I'm putting on weight and
abs,
I need
and
to alter my
calories
trousers.
and
I
protein.
think I need, my worry is that it's been 6 months since I've wanting to have a 19-inch bicep and I've only reached 18 and a half.
Yeah, yeah.
So I still have half an inch left.
Correct.
So that's my ambition.
That's nice. So, would you say it's a tribute to India's 4th largest industry, weddings?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it is a thing of, as I said, Bollywood is the biggest export that we have. Bollywood sort of transcends over different countries, different cultures. I mean, I have an office in Africa, and there are people who see Hindi movies. And
Yes,
I say,
they
if you
do.
don't understand the language, why do you see it? And they said, we like the whole feel of it. The dances, the color, they love it. So I think that's what Bollywood is bringing to the world. And I think plays like this, which carry that forward as a live experience, should be a good, fun thing to see for people.
I think that explosion adds to it. That it's going to go up very well. So, let's celebrate Blame It on Bollywood as it comes.
Let's do that, yeah.
And would it be nice if the entire cast came up with you for
Yeah,
one
that'll
shot?
be lovely, yeah, that'll be great.
Can we do that?
Hey,
Can we
all of
have
you, please
everybody
come.
here?
Please come.
Hello, I'm Sid Makkar.
Hi, my name is Neil Gagdani.
My name is Smita. Hi.
Hi, I'm Palash Datta.
It's a really lovely play. I love the cast. I love the script.
It's absolutely mad, it's bizarre, it's fun.
It's a laughter riot.
We've been performing since 2013.
And the excitement that we had in 2013 and we have in 2024, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. It's just the fun that we have at rehearsal that also brings so much happiness and energy even during rehearsal, and that's definitely going to show on stage.
So please come and watch the play.
And we want you to share the same laughter and fun with us.
And for all of it, you have to just blame it on Bollywood.